I'll get to your
Oh,
channel
my house is a mess. I thought I had it cleaned up. Oh, my God.
Well, that's all my junk laying over there.
Thanks.
All right, I'm going to your live. I'm in there. I'm on a test chat.
Oh, my God. There they are.
I had to mute my speaker. Goodness gracious.
Are they hearing me?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Look how fast it's going. Hey, guys, tell me how to slow this down.
I'm looking to see if I can figure it out.
Oh. You guys are flying by. I can't even see who's here. Oh, my God. Oh, look at all the hearts. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Thanks for coming here and spending time with me on Valentine's Day. If I could just see who all you are.
I don't even know if slow mode would help in this case.
Oh, my God.
Just let them get it out of their system.
Oh, my goodness. If you guys ask any questions, I can't even see them. But that's a lot of hearts.
Maybe they could put questions in Twitter. And then as they come in, at least we'd see them over there.
A lot of them aren't on Twitter. I ask them lots of times, well, come and look at something on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a Twitter account. There's no way that I can read that. Where's my scroll bar? Come on, guys. Come on. Hang on now. Hang on. That's an awful lot of love, but I wanna see you. Oh my God. Well, I'm just sitting here trying to read the chat. I'm not talking. It stopped.
You scrolled it. You got to scroll back to the bottom to make it catch up. See that?
It is down at the bottom.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, I guess I'll just sit here and talk to you because I'm not going to even be able to acknowledge who's here and say hi to each one of you because it's too fast for me. Let me see. I'll tell you about what I want to do in the future when I get finished with my 2 series that I'm doing now with Blood Sisters and the Cave Crawler, which hasn't even started. It'll start Monday. But when I'm through with them, I've already got a new character that I'm building, and it's going to be a total Dragonborn series because I'm going to do that DLC from start to finish without any messing around, and I'll try not to just go wandering off all the time and taking pictures like I'm prone to do. And he's kind of he's a dark looking character, and he's got long dark hair, and he's got those dark uh, paint on his face. And I thought maybe instead of him just being always good, maybe when he does all of his Dragonborn stuff, and I've heard different comments from people about there should be something that the Dragonborn does after he's becomes the Dragonborn and does all that DLC. What's his purpose after that? Well, maybe something might interfere with his good side some way or other. I haven't dreamed that up yet. And he'll join, maybe not the Thieves Guild, but maybe the Dark Brotherhood. And we can take him through some of that. And I don't know what I'll do with him, but I do want to play a long, long series because I keep starting these different stories, and then before I can get to the end of them, I get kind of bored. And so then I hurry up and make an end to it so that I can make a new character and start a new story. And I kind of want to stop doing that. I keep looking back at my first series, and it was so much fun. And do you guys ever wish that you could just go back to the first time you ever played Skyrim? It was new and fresh and exciting, and I wish I could do that again. So maybe if I start some series like that and take it through a whole DLC, I can kind of recapture that feeling like it was with Catament. I'm going to try anyway. Now this is a little bit different. At least it's just not a whole bunch of hearts. Maybe I can see some of the names. Gosh, there's so many of you. I want to say happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I'm so glad that you came. I was almost afraid to open this because I thought, what if there's nobody there? That would be so horrifying.
There's some asking, who's in the back? I'm going to stick my hand out and wave.
Did you see his hand? Put a hand emoji on there if you saw his hand. Nobody saw your hand.
Oh, there's hands. I see it flying up. There we
go. There's a Birdman. I think you keep asking me to play Breath of the Wild. That's not going to happen. All these games that people ask me to play, they're not my kind of game. If you ever looked at my channel and looked at my playlists, you know that. People, I think every day somebody asks me to play Minecraft. That'll never happen.
How about that horror game you're looking forward to?
Oh, well, when Alessandro Gusso ever gets his game published, which is supposed to be this spring, I think everybody knows I'm going to be playing that because I'm really, really waiting for that. It's a sequel to the one, The Land of Pain, that I did a series on. And this one is Alien Cube, and it's supposed to be a continuation of that one. Every once in a while, he'll send me a still picture from it so that I can see what he's doing. There's all the hands. Oh my gosh. So see, he really is sitting here. He even moved my desk over here so he could have a place to sit and keep track of things for me. Black Panther, I see you. And you put Guzzo's name in there between them two ghosts. Thanks. We both love him. She helped me play that game. Gail Ohm, hi. So many of these names I don't know. I have gotten so many new viewers lately, and so I read down my list of comments and I don't recognize them. About the only people I recognize anymore are my regulars that has been with me from the beginning. Angie. Oh, God. This is just so bad. There goes Dancing Goat. Jane Hensley, hi. You'll watch anything I play? Bowie, yeah. I've seen you in my comments lots.
There's some questions about donations. Don't you have your Patreon link in your videos?
Yes, I do.
Just look in the description.
The thing is that nobody ever looks on my channel at my playlists, and nobody ever looks in the description under my videos to see what I've posted there for you. I have a Patreon page, and the link is posted in the description under every video.
Teespring.
And I have merchandise on Teesprings. Oh, I told you I'd show you this. Some of you have these already, and it's in white and in black. And I ordered a white and a black so that I could show you both of them, and they sent me 2 white ones. I hope they don't do that to everybody. And I want to put some more merchandise on there when I have time to have some help.
Okay.
I did make a t-shirt and a sweatshirt, and everything was going fine until I got down to about the end of the process, and it asked for a link to something or other, and I never could find what link they wanted. No link I used worked, so I don't know what to do there. And different ones of you have sent me pictures and suggestions of what to have and what you'd like for me to have, and so I've kept all those suggestions and pictures. Era Pacheco, hi. I'm so glad you made it.
Some are suggesting a sweater for Teespring.
A sweater rather than a sweatshirt. A slip-on sweater, I suppose. Someone, because everybody liked Joe in the Wabajack series, some of you have suggested a shirt with a Wabajack on it and saying something, grandma something. But I don't know if I could do that because that belongs to Bethesda, I guess, and I don't think I could use it. Copyright issues, I guess. A sweater with your face? You'd be wanting to wear my face around? I don't play Assassin's Creed game. I'm sorry. I don't play the Witcher games. Laura, hi.
You did try Witcher, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did try Witcher, but you know what? I couldn't ever get through the tutorial of learning the combat. That's why I don't play Witcher. And those kind of games are so story saturated already that I feel like I'm just sitting here moving the mouse around, not doing anything myself. And so it takes the fun out of it for me. I have to be involved. Like, it has to be enough role play that I can do something in there.
There's a question about books you're reading.
Oh my goodness. I've been trying to get through all the books of James Patterson's. It's called the Pray series. Each name of each book has the word pray in it somewhere. And it's mystery books, detectives solving murder mysteries. And I had been reading The Wheel of Time. I had been rereading that for about the third time, and I sort of got bogged down halfway through that. What am I looking forward to? Who said that? No, I can't find you. What am I looking forward to? Hi, Zoe Nicole. In 2021.
Getting your second COVID shot.
Yeah, my son said getting my second COVID shot. That's not too much longer. Another week, maybe. And really, I keep checking all the games that keep coming out, and I'm looking for something new and good. And I have several on my wish list and they all seem to be horror games because I keep looking for something I really like. And the only one that's going to be coming up is Alexandro Gusso's. But when those others come up, I'm going to try them. The last two that got published, and I tried them, I didn't like them. Sorry. I have to tell you something funny, though, because the other day, while I was playing in Bruma, and I went to the city of Bruma, and Jeree was looking around at everything, and she was saying, "It's so drab. And look at all the weeds in the street. Don't they clean it up? The people are so boring." So I got a comment from one of the developers. Made me feel so bad. He said, "You don't know how many developers' hearts you've broken, Shirley." He said they tried so hard to make it everything pretty and interesting, and you just broke their heart. And he said, "But I love you though, just the way you are." I felt so bad. I didn't mean to be insulting them. It's drab. Now, Justin SUF, you just asked, will you ever play Minecraft? No, I just said a while ago, I never will. And people ask me that just about every day. And do you know what I'm doing? Every time somebody asks me that, I have answered it so many times. I delete it. Every time I see the word Minecraft, I delete it. Oh, and while I'm at that, I'll tell you something else that I delete. Those so-called reviewers that reviewed my vlog that I made a year ago when I wasn't feeling well and when I was tired of everybody trying to tell me what to do and what to use and how to play, And so I made a vlog and let you know how I felt about it. And these reviewers took that and said all kinds of things that I did not say, that I was getting all kinds of hate comments and was being trolled. I never said any of that, and it is not true. I tried to get one to retract it because I typed to him and told him that wasn't true, and they wouldn't do it because it's using me as clickbait, and it got them a lot of reviews, and it got me a lot of comments that I didn't want. Even though they're nice comments and you're saying, I'm so sorry you're getting all that hate comments. I'm not. If you'd look in my comment section once in a while to check for yourself, you would see that I don't. And I just hate it because it just keeps perpetuating it. It goes on and on and on. It's never going to end because that's going to be out there in the media forever. And when you guys come to my channel and say that, it's going to be there forever. So I delete that. Every time I see the word hate, I delete it. Because I don't care about my count. I mean, that doesn't mean anything to me. I just play to have fun. So, but see, anybody after this chat will come in there new and they'll say the same thing over again. So they're going to be gone. Bye-bye. Fred Dragon. Oh no, I'm 20 minutes late. That's okay. I'll be here for a while. Rojo, hey, come back here. Sounds like a wise strategy for me to delete them comments. I hope so. I just don't like to see it on my page. I don't want other people coming into my comment section and reading things like that. Then they're going to be going, oh, she gets hate comments, and then they're going to tell somebody else, and then they're going to tell somebody else. Sometimes I hate the internet. Not you guys, just the internet. Skylar asks, are you having a good day today? I've been so nervous all day today that I haven't done anything except veg out on a stupid game I play when I need to veg out.
Someone asked about you playing Red Dead Redemption. You did a little bit.
I did for a little bit. I don't think I recorded any of it.
No.
And the scenery is great, and I'd love to be able to just get out in it and play. I know, Gail. Turn on slow mode for chat. It's doing better now.
We might try it here in a little bit.
What was I talking about? Oh, Red Dead Redemption. I played through the beginning of it, which is like a tutorial to help you learn how to play the game. And finally, it got into so much shooting stuff with guns, and I kept getting killed. Even I would try to hide behind walls and pillars and then jump out and shoot, and I just would get killed. And that's no fun to me. I like fantasy games better. Somebody's name is missing description. You're funny. Wait, James Bond, come back. You ever just sitting there in Skyrim and doing a quest, but you turn around and see, hey, I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to do. Yes. Isn't it irritating?
Someone's asking about your quilting. Are you still doing that?
I have so many quilt tops. I like to make quilt tops because I design them in my head, especially when I'm laying in bed at night trying to go to sleep. I'm either dreaming up stories for Skyrim, or I'm dreaming up quilt tops. And I don't use patterns. I make my own patterns because I make my own quilts, like I make my own stories. And so I have several. They're all unfinished. I have to put the batting in them, and I have to put a backing on them, and then I have to quilt them, and that part's no fun. And besides, I hand quilt like that, and it's gotten to where it hurts my hands and it hurts my knuckles, and it's hard to do because you have to do that real tiny, and that keeps your knuckles all bunched up and it hurts. So they're all laying in there, sort of packed away, and I don't have too much ambition to do anything with it. Mainly because I'm sitting out here talking to you guys all the time, either in comments or over on Twitter. And everybody on Twitter is so much fun. It's just fun. No matter what I start, everybody jumps on and goes with it. Like yesterday when I put my pink shower cap on there. I hung it over the rod in the shower, and it looked like teeth biting the rod. It was so funny. I had to put it on Twitter. Somebody even made little arms and legs. It was so crazy. Oh, they named it too. Its name is Bob. Whoops.
Someone's asking about you and Elder Scrolls 6 and updates with that.
Okay. I don't know anything that's going on with Elder Scrolls 6. The same as everybody else knows that it's still going to be a long time before it's finished. They took me there to tour the place, and then they sent me to California to get my head scanned with that cap that is real tight and a top that's flesh colored and real tight, so that they just get your features. So, and that was interesting because you just sit there and they tell you all kinds of facial expressions to make. And my friend that they sent out there with me, you're surrounded by cameras, and he got up behind them on a step ladder, and he was up there over them, and he would help me try to do the facial expressions. That was funny.
And some may not know why you were there being scanned.
Because they're going to make me a character in Elder Scrolls 6, and that's how they do it, with facial scanning. And I got, well, I'm not supposed to talk. Anyway, they haven't contacted me anymore because somebody asked me if I was going to do any voice for my character. I have no idea. They haven't said anything to me. They haven't asked me. They haven't told me. So if the game's not going to be finished for a long time, probably not, because I'll probably be dead by then. If they want my voice as my character, they're going to have to get at it, I guess. Oh, snitch, Yuxian. I just want to say that you're lovely, and I think my grandma would get along with you great if she knew English. Well, there's lots of grandmas I'd probably be able to get along with. What or who decided you to do this? A live chat? I have wanted to do this for a long time, but didn't know how, and was scared of it because of the fast flying chat, because I've watched other people on Twitch when they're doing theirs, and it always looks, it always made me want to be able to talk to people. And I like reading my comments, but then I have to type back to them. That's not the same as talking. And I like to talk, as you can tell. But anyway, I guess I convinced myself I wanted to. But then when my son said that he would help me, that was a go. Valiant, I think I've seen you there a couple of times. Hi. There's my son. CF Collier, hi. And so what else do you want me to talk about? I'll talk to you about my cooking. I like to cook, but I don't like to take the time to cook because I'm always sitting here playing and or reading. So who wants to get up and go in the kitchen and cook? So I try to make a week. I don't have to do it every week because it lasts pretty long, but I take one day to cook, and I cook meat in my slow cooker, and I cook veggies in pots and pans on the stove, and I cook some starch, either rice or macaroni or spaghetti or potatoes. And then I spread out all of these trays that I have that's divided into portions, and I put my meat in all of them. And then I pick and choose what veggie or what potato or rice or whatever to put in them so that they're all mixed up. And then when they cool off, I snap the lids on them and put them in my freezer. And then every day I can take one out and heat it up, and I don't have to go in there and cook. But I have a home cooked meal, and it's so good. You don't know how hard this is for me, guys. I mean, and it's not flying by either.
I figured out how to do it slow mode, but
What happened? What type of birds Brock are? Birds are on the pillows. They're red birds, cardinals. That's my favorite bird. Garrett, I see you now. Hi, Garrett Baxley. I have an inspirational quote for everyone. If you have reached the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. That's very true. Cat on Brooms, hi, how are you? I'm glad you're here. All right, you guys need to be asking me some questions.
One question is news about the Skyrim mod, the Shirley mod for Skyrim.
Oh, Black Panther.
Yeah.
You asked me that. No. The last I heard was still a couple of months ago. They said it would be soon. I don't know what they're doing. I've done all the lines for them, and they was doing, like, they made my character a house of her own to live in, and they was going to be giving her some quests to give to whoever the player is that's going to have her as a follower, and different stuff in it. And it kind of started to snowball. And I think at one point I sort of asked them if they would just, instead of putting all that stuff in there, just sort of concentrate on the character and get it done and finished. Because I wasn't expecting them to try to turn it into something like Inigo or Lucian or something. So I don't know when they're going to get it finished. Garrett, he said, when you called my name out, me and my mom jumped. Sorry. Oh, Arctic. Wait, where am I? Where are you? Artistic Hufflepuff. I haven't seen you in my comments for a while. Do you have a favorite character that you created for your stories in Skyrim? That's really hard because I usually love them all. Um, um, I kind of really liked my vampire character because I liked her house, and I liked her introductory video where she toured her house and told what her motivation for the rest of the story was, and I kind of liked that. But Cadament, my first series, will always be my all-time favorite just because it was new, I guess. And everyone else seems to think that Jaree is their favorite because they like her wandering around a lot and just rambling around in places, which I like to do that. And I like to do it when I'm playing by myself, not recording. I didn't think anybody would care to watch me do that, but they seem to like that one. But I think Cadament's my favorite. Somebody said she's not interested in playing Oblivion. She's tried it and didn't like it. Thank you. Somebody listened to me. Yeah, I tried. I guess it was Oblivion that I tried. And I don't know. If I had played them first, because I know everyone loves them, those games, the early games, if I had tried them first, it might be different. I probably would have really enjoyed them too. But playing Skyrim first, it's so much better, and it's prettier, and the people look a little bit more normal, and so I just can't go back and play the old ones. I just can't, because I try to play it and I think, why am I playing this? I could be playing Skyrim. Wait. What is this from Bri Lou? You've got a whole string of these. What? Why did you start this as a Skyrim channel, I guess? Well, I don't consider it a Skyrim channel. It's just that is my favorite game to play. I love it. And every time I try to play something else, it doesn't interest me. And I don't call my channel a Skyrim channel because I do play other things when I find something else to play. And if you look at my playlists on my channel, you'll see that there's other kinds of games in there. I've played Conan Exiles, and I've played in Ark, and I've played a lot of different games. Now, a lot of other games is one or two videos maybe, and I realized I didn't like it. But there's lots of different kinds in my channel if you'll go there and look. Nobody ever looks in my channel. They ask me all these questions, which the answers are in my channel.
Someone asked, why did you start playing games? That's a big answer, isn't it? Long answer.
I'm asked that all the time. That's in the interviews that I do too. I would have to say you, because
That's your first computer.
my son gave me my first decent computer, and he gave me a game to play, and he showed me how to play it. And that was Civilization 2. And I played that for years, day and night. And then I started playing all the other Civilization games. I still play Civilization 5. Excuse me, guys. I still play Civilization 5 as my relaxing game. I used to fight the battles and have many battleships and planes and invade other countries and all that, and I loved it then. I don't like it now, but I do like to start a new game and start building cities. And then when everything starts getting too full, I want a new game and start a new, just like I like to start new stories. So Civilization 5 is just my go-to relaxing game. And then after that, my son introduced me to Skyrim. He gave me a link to somebody who is playing it. Squitters, I call him Squitters, and sometimes he calls himself Squitters. Squiddy, I forget his name, but I've mentioned it before. And he was playing Skyrim, and I just fell in love with it. So that's when I started playing it, and I've been playing it ever since. And that's how I got started playing games.
Ballistic Squid.
My son, Ballistic Squid, yes. My son is my influencer. In fact, he told me way back at the beginning that he thought he'd created a monster because I wouldn't sleep or eat.
I'd be at work in the morning and see that you were up all night playing Civ.
I would play for so many hours, so long, until I'd finally have to I didn't get undressed or anything. I just fell across the bed like a zombie and passed out. And I hardly ate because I wouldn't take time to get anything. That's a long name. Castile the Small Nugget Boop. I love you, Grandma. I can't stay for long, but I wanted you to know that I appreciate you. Well, thank you. And I wanted you to know that I saw your comment. Laura Elston, please feel free to time people out who spam the same message. That person was really trying to get my attention, weren't they? Well, I don't know how to time people out, and besides, it
I've been doing it.
went by. Okay, have you? Rojas, yeah, I can relate to that. Once you are in an adventure game, it can be hard to stop. I know. That's why that's when I first heard the saying when I was playing Civ 2 was just one more turn, just one more turn. And then that turn turns into hours. Would you ever? No, Angie Blue Jay, I will never play Animal Crossing. John, I'm so glad your son is with you today. So am I. I wouldn't be here doing this if he wasn't. Mirage Calhoun, hi. Nikki Osborne, hi. Guppy, hi. Oh, you're playing Skyrim while you're watching? That's cool. I can't do two things like that at once. Some people, so I get so many comments where people tell me that they have my video on while they're playing or while they're working, or they'll listen to it while they're driving in the car. I just couldn't do that. I hope nobody ever has a wreck. Oh, Gail. No, where did you go? Gail. If you have questions, it might help her to see them if you start with capital question, the word question in all caps. That's true. Do I have to start that again every time I do that? Rojas, I shouldn't work and listen to your videos, but I do. Will you ever play Valheim? No, I will not play that. Do I have a favorite mod for Skyrim? No. Anything that would make the game prettier would be my favorite. You watch. I've heard so many say they watch me to go to sleep at night. Thanks a lot, guys. I tell these wonderful, marvelous stories, and you lay there and go to sleep. That's okay. Everyone says my voice puts them to sleep. Have I tried virtual realities in Skyrim? I did when I was at Bethesda Studios. They hooked me up with one and sat there with me and helped me play in that. And it is amazing, and it is fun, and it is pretty, but I couldn't handle that for a very long period at a time. I certainly couldn't do a recording that way. I couldn't play that way just for fun for myself for very long. It would make me crazy. Do you plan on doing another walking video? I haven't since I moved to Ohio because there's no place to walk.
Do it from your treadmill.
I did one on the treadmill in Virginia once.
Yeah.
No. And I have been thinking about that. I really would love to. And my daughter-in-law and I when we was out once, she showed me this place with a trail through the woods. And I said, now there's where I would like to be. And she said, well, maybe sometime in the summertime we can come back to here. And I said, I would want to walk through there and do one of those videos. So if I ever go anywhere to do that, I'll do it. I'm reading this right here. He's talking about slow mode.
Yeah.
And where to turn it on.
We could do it, but you'd have to do it by starting another tab and going into your dashboard. But maybe next time, folks.
So Elijah Costello, thank you for the information. Edith Waters, I think people fall asleep to your videos because they are comforting. Here I'm out here in a video slashing and killing with my sword and killing people with my bow and arrow. And you think that's comforting? Okay. Hey, there's another Tiberius. Gabriel Tiberius, spelt different. And he has a question. Have you ever tried painting? Yes, and I showed one of my paintings once in some vlog back somewhere. Could you show us your creations one day? I only have one out of all the paintings that I've done. I only have one. And I did show it. I don't know if you're in my Twitter or not. But if you are, someday I'll get that painting back out, and I've got a picture of it stashed away in my files on my PC somewhere. I'll find it and put it on Twitter. So if you come to my Twitter page, that's where I post pictures and screenshots and shower caps and all kinds of crazy stuff. But the thing is, I used to oil paint a lot until I started having my kids. And then little fingers get in the way. And so I put all my paints away. And I have never gotten them out again. See them fingers sticking out there? Yep. And I used to sew a lot. I used to make my own clothes. And I had to stop doing that because I didn't want little fingers to get under the needle. So I stopped sewing then. Didn't sew again until I, in my older years, started quilting. Brendan Crawford says, hi, Grandma Shirley. Do you enjoy watching old shows like I Love Lucy, Dick Van Dyke, Andy Griffith, etc.? I do like the older shows, but I don't watch them. I used to watch them, but I haven't watched TV in quite a few years. And then my son brought me over this huge TV that's up over my monitors. And half the time I forget to ever even look up that way, so I forget that it's even there. But lately he has gotten me into looking at some movies. So, but I don't watch TV shows. I think sitcoms are stupid. I don't see anything funny in them. And I think news programs is a bunch of crap. I don't watch them. And so when I do watch anything, it's a movie, or it would be a rerun of a sci-fi series or something like that. I don't watch TV. Skyrim's more interesting than anything on TV. Oh, Rosella Chan, can we send fan art to you? And if so, how can we? Yes, I get lots of fan art. I get mail, and it's to my post office box number that I set up just especially for people to send me mail and stuff. It's in the description under my videos. What is the Shad Dow? What is the time you're currently at in where you are from? Eastern Standard Time.
4:53 p.m.
It's now 4:53 p.m. Oh, Game Sorcery says finger painting. I didn't do anything special in finger painting. I think I may have done some finger painting with my kids when they were little. Maybe. Oh, no nickname. Netflix is making an Elder Scrolls series. Would you watch that? No, because they would destroy it. Alvin Johansson. Dick Van Dyke is still with us at 95. Good. Yeah, I used to like watching him. My sister just passed away this past spring. She was 95. This last spring. No. I don't even know what month I'm in. I'm in February. She just a few weeks ago. No, last year? Last year. Sorry. I'm the one that's going to go next. My brain's a... Paul Hooper, would you watch a movie if they made it of Skyrim? Well, that's what the other one was talking about, but I wouldn't watch that. If they made it of Skyrim, and would you act in it if they asked you to? No way. I know you like making up your own stories, so maybe not. Maybe not. What would I do acting in Skyrim? They don't have old women running around in Skyrim. Probably one or two, and they look the same as each other. Oh my gosh. Tad TV show. You watch any YouTubers, or who's your favorite? I'd be almost afraid to start on that because sure as the world, I'd leave somebody out that I shouldn't. Oh my God. I watch ESO Danny a lot and Camel Works a lot. There used to be several that I would watch, but that was when ARC was new and young. And I loved that series. And I loved watching them play. And now that series, that game, as far as I'm concerned, is a totally different game. They should have just called it a different game because it's not ARC anymore. Anyway, I quit watching.
Will your After Midnight come back with Kuzo's game? Some folks are asking about your After Midnight series.
Will it come back? Well, if I ever find anything good to play. Should I put that alien cube that Alessandro Gusso is making? Should I put that? I didn't put the Land of Pain in After Midnight, I don't think. I should have. But I can't even remember what I did put in there. I don't think it was very many. And did I post that at night? I don't remember that either. I'd have to go back and look. I have been thinking about that, actually, if I would want to post a series at night besides the one that I do in the morning. We'll see. I'll think about it. I don't know how to say this name, Sozk. Will you be my Valentine date, please? No. Where would we go? Shane Bubbles, whatever your last part of that name is, I don't know. I don't know if you have already, but would you play Subnautica? I have played Subnautica. I don't know if I recorded any of that, but when it first came out, I played it, and I really liked it. But then I kind of got tired of it, and that's another one that they have just taken and made an entirely different game. It's not the same as Subnautica. No, I wouldn't play it. Pyramar, I just now saw your name, and you gotta go? Oh, your bowling league. Oh, my kid's father and I used to belong to a bowling league. That was fun. I like to bowl. Have a good time. Diesel Farms. Have I ever seen the Andy Griffith Show? Of course I have. Anybody my age should have seen the Andy Griffith Show. Feral Dragon. He'd watch an Elder Scrolls show or movie if it was about the Khajiits or the Argonians. Yeah, I'd have to have Khajiits in it for me. Mirage Calhoun. Once things settle down, I would love to have a meet and greet with Shirley. You know that we're going to have one. We planned that one, and it had to be canceled because of this COVID, and I still want to have that if we ever can. What is your Shane Bubbles? What is your favorite Skyrim race? Well, that's the Khajiit. I was looking through all of my different series the other day to see what all I'd played. I have finally played every race, but I have played Khajiits the most. And someone asked me once, why do I always play a male character? And I thought, I don't always, do I? And that was the thing I went back and was looking for. And I do. There's way more male characters than female characters. I guess I just feel better being a slash and hack person as a male than I do as a female. I don't know. Although I liked my Gansey and I like my Jerry that I've got now. Vicon, I see you. And you're asking if I've got the vaccination. I got the first one. The second one's coming up in a week or so. Oh, Gail Olm. I'm the opposite. I play female characters because I know how I would react as a female. Well, that's a good reason. So you would think that I would play mostly a female, but I don't know why. Minion Aikmo? I don't know how to say your name. Uger the Seeker was good. Well, I just tried Uger because I wanted to play an orc and get it out of the way. So I could say that I had played all the races. Are you going to break the cycle and play a female now? I have played females. Jerry, that I play on the weekends, is a female. Jerry, that I'm playing now, is a female. Somebody, wait. Now I got to find it again. Oh, Emma Random. Meet and greet online, maybe. It's not the same, but for now, a possible option. Well, this is not much different, but like I said the other day on Twitter, yesterday, I think, I so wish that we could have a real live gaming convention again pretty soon. When I was in the like a podcast that they put on PAX West, that's just not the same. When you're there on the floor at the convention, there's all that energy. It's like it vibrates in the air. And there's so many people to meet and talk to face. It's just not the same when you do it online. No, I'm waiting to be able to do a meet and greet in person like I was going to in the first place. Niku N, thank you for being such a positive internet influence. Sometimes I wonder about that. I don't agree with so many things, and sometimes when I'm playing my games, people call me, "You're savage, Grandma." That doesn't make me feel like I'm being a very positive influence. Eric Blair, you share the same first name as my actual grandma. That's probably because everybody in our age bracket at that time, when babies was being born, was being named Shirley after a movie star, a little girl named Shirley Temple. And everybody was wanting to name their baby Shirley. And that's how we got our names. You hardly hear of anybody under our age bracket named Shirley. Jane Hensley, hi. You keep playing females so you can have Caden along with you. I haven't used Caden yet. I haven't even watched him in anybody's series. I started to look down at my notes, but I cleaned up my desk for my son's benefit today. I threw all my notes in a Ziploc baggie. Anyway, I had a note laying there about getting Caden as a follower in one of my series. Oh my goodness, people ask me for suggestions about things that I have no answers for. Bionic Cowman says, I have a grandma question. I have social anxiety and I really want to go to a convention. Any suggestions? No, I don't know how to deal with social anxiety, so I wouldn't know what to say. See, I could just, I would just say, well, suck it up and go. But, I know you can't do that. Merc Phelan, some people really need to calm down and chat. Really? Shane Bubbles, Dragon Age. I have watched that, but I haven't wanted to play it really. Sitting on balloons. Man, how do you do that? Are you excited for any new games coming out soon? Only that one horror game. Actually, a game I've really been waiting for probably 3 years, at least 2 years. It's on my wish list, and that's Scorn. That's the weirdest looking horror game I've ever seen. I can't imagine what the concept of the whole thing is. I mean, it looks like you're in an actual body going through their insides or something because it's gross. But I want to play it if it ever comes out. All it ever says is to be announced. There's somebody worried about the 6 people that gave a dislike. You guys, you put comments on my videos every day condemning anybody that puts a dislike on there. I hardly get any thumbs down. And if you go to other people's channels, there are so many. I think that I'm very lucky. And it doesn't bother me a pound. I couldn't care less whether they give thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't even look up there until I read somebody's comment.
Over the last hour, there's been a lot of questions about your age. Could you fill them
About
in?
my age? What do you want to know about my age? How old I am?
Mm-hmm.
For one thing, I have thought for 2 years that I was 85. I even at one point changed my age in my information tab, and I was wrong. So, am I going to be 85 this
What's your birth year?
36?
That's all they need to know.
I was born in 1936, so you do the math. I think I'm going to be 85 this spring. I thought all year I was 85, but I'm not. I've heard of people often joke because they're holding their age back. Usually it's 39. I'm not going to ever turn 40. I'm going to stay 39 all the time. But I don't do it on purpose, really. I just forget. Dancing Goat, thank you for spending your Valentine's Day with us, Grandma Shirley. Well, thank you guys for coming here and spending it with me. The Elijah guy, stop spamming her with questions. I asked for questions. Fiery Phoenix, Grandma, please just say my name. I did.
Oh no, everybody's going to ask.
I did. Ooh, what's all the thumbs up for, Soldier Christian? Golden Blackhawk, 3 hearts. I like your name. I thought I just saw somebody that asked me a question. I can't find it. Hi, Newbilicious. I haven't seen you for a while, I don't think.
Someone said they're coloring while listening to you. I remember that was something
You're coloring?
You and I used to do that together. Color. You'd have one page, I'd have a page, and we'd be coloring side by side.
My son's sharing a memory with me about us coloring together. Somebody who, Michael Nikolai Bleacher? Oh no, you asked favorite Skyrim question. Somebody asked me something else and I lost it. Merc Phelan, the silliest question I can ask is, what is your name? That is the silliest question.
Well, they want to know if that's a pseudonym or not.
No, that's my real name. Somebody asked me in comments the other day under my video that, was that you? I don't think so. I don't recognize your name. But they asked me if that was my real name. Yep. Shirley is my name, and Curry is a married name. It's not my maiden name, but Shirley Curry is my name. Zoe Nicole, I also send you colored pictures, Grandma. I know you do, and they're always pretty. And you're working on another one? Cool. Jane Hensley, that's so sweet about coloring together. There was something else we did when my kids was little, and I don't think any of them remember it. We made up a game. We used to play board games and get down on the floor and play this. Well, we decided to make our own game, of course. And I got this piece of cardboard and we drew out squares on it. And then we each decided what we wanted it to do, what we wanted to happen. And I drew out like trails of squares and they would decide what was going to happen. You don't remember that, do you?
No.
See? And he's the second oldest. They don't remember that, but I do. We colored it and everything, and then I forget what I used for playing pieces. But we made our own game. Vicon, you're listening while you're folding clothes? That's a boring project, so I'm glad you have something else to do while you're doing that. Nubalicious, you've been sick. That's why I haven't seen you. I hope you're feeling better.
There were a lot of questions earlier about your first posting on YouTube. Can you share that story of the night and then how you felt the next morning?
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was the first thing I ever put on YouTube, but it was the first time I had recorded a video of me playing a game. And I just did it for a lark because I had a couple hundred subscribers at that time. And they kept asking me to record my gameplay so they could see it. So I thought, okay, why not? And I posted it and uploaded it for the next morning, and I went to bed. And when I got up the next day and finally got around to turning the computer on, it had gone viral. There was so many thousands of emails in my email folder. I hadn't even turned on YouTube yet. I didn't know what all those emails were from or for or what they was about. And it scared me. And I cried. And I didn't know what to do with them. So I started reading them. And I knew it was pertaining to the YouTube video. So then I went to YouTube. And there was all those comments. And what had happened is one of the viewers had put it on Reddit. And it just went viral. The only two things that I attribute that too, and my continuing following is my age and the fact of the way that I play. I play slower. I like to enjoy scenery, and I don't cuss and scream and rant and rave like most of the game players out there do. And I even had one lady come in my comments, this was a couple or 3 years back, and say that she let her kid come and watch my videos because she said she felt like it was a safe place for him to be. And I thought, aw, that made me feel good. But then I had to figure out what to do with all them emails. I don't even remember. I don't remember if I managed to read all of them. I think I tried to and deleted all of them. I didn't know what to do with them. But that certainly gave me motivation to keep going. They're sitting on balloons again. How did you ever come up with that name? Question: if there was one thing that you could change about the YouTube platform, what would it be? Oh my God. I'm getting to where I'm afraid to say too many things about too many things anymore. I get too outspoken. Grandma, what are top things that draw you to a game, scenery, or story? Oh, God. Not story, because if it has too much built in story, then I can't do anything with it. So, what draws me is whether it's an open role playing game and has beautiful, natural looking scenery. And people don't ask me questions concerning social issues, religions, or political issues because that's off my chart. I won't permit it on my channel. And because the reason is because it causes too many arguments, and I hate it when people get in the comment section and fuss and fight at each other and until they finally just get nasty and mean to each other. I stopped that way back at the beginning of my channel. I won't put up with it there, and I won't answer any questions like concerning any of that. What's my favorite song of all? Look at all them. What's my favorite song of all time? Good grief, I don't know. I love music. Garrett, now you ask me what's my favorite animal. I guess it would have to be. I guess it would have to be a German Shepherd or a Husky, because I raised a German Shepherd from a newborn pup, and the next door neighbor had a Husky. Gosh, they're so beautiful with their blue eyes. I love those dogs.
I won't tell Luigi.
Don't tell Luigi. No. Am I planning to play some Skyrim on stream today? No. You know, guys, what I would like to do, though, if I knew how to do it, I would like to have me down here in the corner and playing Skyrim, just not really hard into the game, more moseying around than anything. And you guys talking there
We do.
and telling me, oh, hey, let's go over and look at that, or something like that.
When you're ready.
Then we could chat, and that could just be playing, and I could be doing things there. And when you wanted me to do something else, I'd turn and go do that, but I'd keep chatting with you. I think that would be kind of fun. I wouldn't do it all the time, maybe once a month. Or I don't know.
When you're ready, we'll do that.
You know how now for me to do that?
Remember, I tested it in my live stream the other night?
You said you did.
Yep, I know how to do it for you. So,
my son said he knows how to help me do that, so maybe we shall do that someday. Alzart up there. Oh, already ran off the top. I can't find Aluza Akbar. Have you played ESO? Yes, I have played ESO. And I have a few videos in a playlist on my channel. I think the game is beautiful, and I like to wander around in it, and that's about the only things I've done in it. I've done a little more than that in it, but there's too many people running around. I don't like online games when they're that congested with people. And there's too much detailed stuff in there about factions, and there's too much stuff that they get involved in, and I don't want to do that. I just want to play in the game and be left alone. So you'd find a few in a playlist on my channel. Laura Alsted, love Luigi Pupper. Did I disrespect him when I said I love the German Shepherd? Everybody loves Luigi. My granddog. Whenever my daughter-in-law and I would be out in some place that they could take a dog into, when she takes him in, it's usually places that he's been in before, and the people that work in there know him. He just gets loved on. Shane Bubbles asked me, did you play a game before Skyrim? I've already talked about that. You probably came in late. And yes, I did. I played the Civilization series games. But they said I have a cute laugh. Good grief. How many dogs have you had in your lifetime? 3. I had a German Shepherd I raised from a pup. And then I had a mixed boxer shepherd I raised from a pup. And then I had a boxer. Well, he was another boxer shepherd mix that I raised from a pup. They were all big dogs. I was 5'6" at the time. I'm only 5'3" now. And they could stand up and put their paws on my shoulders and look me right in the face. I used to dance with them. The Jessa channel. Hi, Jessa. Hi, Shirley. I have been here the whole time just listening. You are doing a great job, Pumpkin. Thank you, Jessa. She always calls me Pumpkin. Jessa's getting some loving. Gamer Gemma, I just now saw your name. Have you been here a while? I'm glad you're here.
There's over 500 in live stream.
No wonder it's a struggle. Shame, Bubbles. Imagine Grandma Shirley in Among Us. I'm not going to play Among Us. What kind of music do I like? Oh my goodness. I like hot music with a drum, guys with long hair swinging around. I like rock. And heavy metal. And classical. It's 2 steps. Yes, Jessa, 2 steps from hell. That's my favorite. The Gaming Kitten. I have to go. You've brightened my day. Bye. Have a good evening. Guppy. Shirley is a metalhead, confirmed. Yep. I remember going to a concert out in LA, and you cannot listen to this.
Oh.
I was with another son, and we went to this concert, and man, there was these guys on stage. They had these cross bandoliers, and that was all, except their pants. Long hair slinging around with these electric guitars. It was so cool. Anyway, the people in the seats was passing around, you know what. And here came the narcs. And everybody went. It was nuts.
That didn't happen at the concert
We
we
was
went
standing. We was standing on our seats. No.
to.
What was the name of that group? I forgot.
Mannheim Steamroller?
No.
No?
Yes. E.T. It was 3 initials. Anyway, It was a really cool band. And they had these laser lights going. Where we was sitting, the laser from down on stage, it looked like it was going right over our heads. You could have reached up and put your hand in it, looked like. That was fun too. Sitting on balloons, you're showing 2 lobster. What does that mean? And you said they can't arrest all of us. Pertaining to that concert? Oh, Sophie, have you considered playing Ghost of Tsushima? No, I don't want to play that either. I'm awfully picky about what I play. Grandma start headbanging. I usually am when I'm listening to music. In fact, I'm glad my camera's never on when I'm listening to music. If you could be paradoxical, if you could be somewhere in Skyrim, which hold would it be in? Which hold would you choose? I've always loved Riften for the views, but the thieves might make things difficult. You know, when I think about what areas I like, I never think about what creatures or people are in it. I don't care. I just kill them and go on. Somebody said something to me the other day about, I said someplace I liked, and they said, but Grandma, there's frost spiders and all kinds of things there. I'm scared to go in there. It's just a game. Kill it and go on.
Oh, it was Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yes, Trans-Siberian. And it was TSO.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Aw, Stephen. That's a mighty big thing to say. Grandma, I wanted to tell you that when I was having severe mental health issues in 2019, I'd relax myself for sleep every night listening to you reading from your bookshelf series. You helped my recovery process. That's so sweet. That's so good to know that. It's nice to know that you do something good for somebody sometimes. Ooh, Lungus Fungus. My house smells like lobsters and shrimp. Can I come to your house and have dinner? I'm hungry. What time is it? It's 6:45.
You've been streaming an hour and 40 minutes.
An hour and 40 minutes?
You can keep going.
No, I'm going to have to end this pretty soon because I'm hungry. I've got a headache. The stress of this has given me a headache. And I probably have to go to the bathroom. Stephen, that was such a nice thing to say, and I thank you for letting me know that. John, don't cry. He said, I'm going to cry. Zoe, I'm hungry too. Stevie Roeder, thanks for taking your wonderful time with us, Shirley. I had fun listening. Hope you have a great day. I will when I go to get something in my tummy. Alyssa, my cat is very much enjoying the stream. Sometimes I get comments from people saying, while I'm watching your stream, my cat's sitting here watching it too. And one lady told me she walked in and her cat was sitting right in the floor in front of the screen watching my video. And others have told me that they'll set their baby in a I don't know if they set them in a crib or playpen or stroller or what, or maybe on the floor on a blanket, but their baby would sit there and watch the video. Late insomniac. We have to let grandma eat. All right, guys, I think I am going to end this because I am getting hungry and I do have a headache. I'm going to have to go take something. And my son probably wants to go home and eat. So I'm going to say good night, and I thank you all for being here. I wish there was some way that I could just say hello to each and every one of you, but I can't. Streams are hard. So, but I will see. If this can be archived, will it be on my channel? And then you can, anybody that missed it can see it, but they won't see the chat. And I'll do this another time, sometime, and maybe we'll play a little bit of Skyrim while we chat. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Love you. This was a nice Valentine's Day surprise for me, and I hope for you. And I will see you all next time. Bye.
Click that red button on the bottom. Does that say?
And end?
Yeah.